Alright, it's Married at First Sight UK Season 10, Episode 5, baby! In this episode, we're checking on Divarni and Julia Ruth. And yo, something went down on their honeymoon that will make you cringe and shrivel up in embarrassment. Yo, there were moments I couldn't watch the screen. I couldn't look at the screen. I had to sit there like this. Yo, I'm not even exaggerating. We'll get into it. In this episode, we also meet a new couple, Rebecca and Bailey. Becca's whole thing is she wants an alpha male, but I don't really think she knows what an alpha is. We'll get into it. Joe and Maeve on their honeymoon, you know what I'm saying, and she switches on him. We got a lot to unpack. I appreciate you being here with me. Fist bump me real quick. Appreciate you. All right, let's go! Married at First Sight, we in the UK, giving you a bird's eye view of the city. Then we zoom in, kick it with some people who've admitted they find dating kinda tricky, so they here to get mad, they're committed. On the telly, who we got? We got Nelly, we got Joe in the beast or the belly. We got Paul, we got Ashley, we got Bailey, check the flow. Got Rebecca, got Anita, feel the love, see them bicker. We got Julia Ruth, yeah, we killing it, the roof's on fire. Got the tea that you require, yeah, we here. We got Lee, we got Leah, 3 cheers for Steven and David. Dean, yeah, let's have it. Sarah, Maeve, and Grace, Kia, Divarni. That's the recap you've been waiting for. Let's get it started. Alright, boom. Maeve and Joe are on their honeymoon. They're checking out their hotel, and Maeve's ready to get the party started. She's like, yo, where the drinks at? Joe isn't matching her energy, man. He's like, yo, she comes across as this big, brash personality. It's gonna take some time for me to see if there's more to her than just being a party girl. Now, between you and me, fam, I think Joe's being a little judgmental. You know what I'm saying? Just a little, just a teeny, weeny bit too judgmental. Yes, Maeve's a little ratchet, okay? She's outgoing, she's this, she's that. But yo, this right here is not a normal situation. You've just gotten married to someone you've just met in front of the film crew. You are in the Caribbean on an all expenses paid honeymoon. You are allowed to be super excited and over the top. If you're not gonna wild out now and be crazy now, then when? Like, you can't judge someone's personality based on a situation like that. That's like when we're out on vacation, man, we be acting up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we be different. They're in the hot tub. He's shirtless. He's like, look, here's my concern. We're both gonna drink, we're gonna get smashed, and I don't know how it's gonna play out. Cause you said that when you get drunk, you're super argumentative and angry. To be fair, she did say that, but it's a bit weird bringing it up when we're chilling in the hot tub. Time and place, my boy. Maeve's like, nah, I'm not that bad. She's like, it's just the more I drink, the cheekier I get, and I try and push buttons, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Maeve, babe. I'm a little on Joe's side on this one. What you mean the more you drink, the more you try and push buttons? I believe like getting litty just loosens you up. You know, it lets you let go of your inhibitions and lets your true self come out. So you're telling me your true self wants to push my buttons? Like your true self wants to hurt me? Does your true self not like me? She's like, look, obviously you were a party dude and you've calmed down, so maybe you have that effect on me. Okay. Later they go ziplining. They're having a great time. And after that, they have dinner. And my man's like, yo, I love it when your guard's down. And I love seeing that vulnerable side. Because most of the time, you just be doing too much. I guess she's had a few drinks in her because she's like, I need to dip. I need to go because I feel myself getting peed off. He's like, what do you mean? I haven't said nothing. She's like, you said I don't open up. He's like, yeah, but... She's like, I just don't want people seeing that side of me. He's like, yeah, but that softer side, that's also a part of your personality. So why wouldn't you want people to see that? She's like, cause I don't. He's like, yeah, but why? Saying you don't is not a reason. She's like, it is. It's a valid reason. Hey, yo, after the argument, though, they cool off, they make up, they run this milk bath thing. It's romantic, you know what I'm saying? Then they're standing in the shower. She got on this little banging, little bikini type thing on. He's standing behind her. He's stroking her back. He's helping wash her hair. She's running her fingers all over his back. He turns around. They're making out. His grips in her. It's steamy. It's steamy. Alright, let's check in on our favorite toxic lesbians, Leah and Leigh. Leah's like, yo, it's emotionally draining being here, bro. They're in Switzerland. They're out in the snow having breakfast. Hey, yo, that sandwich looks amazing. Sorry. I mean, look at that thing, though. So, yeah, Leah's like, look, at this point, I feel like I'm trying a little bit harder than you are. And, yo, that's an understatement, babe. Because Leigh's been moving weird. So, yeah, Leah's like, I'm putting in more effort than you are. And Leigh's like, are you? She's like, yes, I am. I'm out here being attentive with you. I'm constantly asking you if you need anything and what can I do to make you more comfortable. I'm constantly giving you compliments. I'm flirting with you all the time and I low-key need you to flirt back. Yo, I kind of feel for Leah, man. I don't think I've ever been in a position where I've asked someone to flirt with me. I can't even picture saying that. Hey, yo, babe, look, I'm constantly flirting with you. I need you to flirt back. Give me a wink, lick your lips, bat your eyelashes, hit me with some innuendo, do something, flirt with me. Leigh's like, I don't want to flirt because I'm not there yet. You're not there yet? Where? Bro, flirting is not even a base. I know so many people who flirt without even knowing that, that they're flirting. They just do it. She's like, I don't want to rush myself. Dude, you've already rushed yourself. You came onto a TV show and married someone. This ain't just some chick you're dating. This is wifey now. And Leah's like, look, I understand that, but you can be a bit more flirty. And she gives an example. She's like, for example, you can say, oh, Leah, your hair looks nice today. And that's sad, bro, because that's not even flirting. I do that with my boys. If my boys had a trim and is looking fresh, the minute I see him, I'm wilding out like, ah! I'm letting him know the trim looks fire. I do with strangers. If you're rocking a cool t-shirt, you walk past me, I'm letting you know that t-shirt banging. You know what I'm saying? Leah, homie, I think your hair looks amazing. Don't worry about it. Your hair looks dope. And then Leigh immediately plays the victim, man. She's like, yeah, let's just talk about how awful I am. And it's such toxic behavior, bro. Because we all know somebody. Maybe it's an ex, maybe it's a friend, and they keep being sucky and pushing you. You know what I'm saying? And when you call them out on it, they flip and act all sad like you're attacking them. Sometimes they even start crying. And now you're having to be the one to try and make them feel better. Like, oh, no, don't come here. Leah's like, do you want to go play in the snow? Leigh's like, no. Okay. Guess what time it is? It's new couple time, baby. We got another couple, baby. Let's meet the newest single, Rebecca. Bex is all about her fitness. Super into working out. She keeps it tight. So her whole thing is she's looking for an alpha, all right? Now, the whole alpha beta thing is just dumb, you know what I'm saying? But she's a strong woman. She wants a strong man, you know what I'm saying? She wants someone that can take charge, someone that can lead. I get that. She runs her own business. She's self-made. So there's nothing wrong with her wanting someone that matches her energy. I get that. She's like, I won't settle for anything less than perfection. She got the hustler mindset, you know what I'm saying? Go, 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 go. I get that. I'm surrounded by it. More power to you, babe. I just find it exhausting. So, in her last relationship, they were together for 8 years. They got engaged, and then she broke it off. All right? She broke up with him because she just wasn't 100% locked in. It took her 8 years to figure out that he wasn't the guy, okay? So, on one hand, she's talking about wanting perfection and striving for greatness. But she wasted 8 years of her life with someone that she then decided was not the guy. I don't think the math is mathing, Bex. I don't think it feels like a bit of a blind spot. She does say, though, to be fair, that breaking up with a dude changed her. So now she knows exactly what she wants in a partner. She keeps circling back to that word, alpha. I want an alpha. I think she says it like 1,000,000 times. And here's my thing, man. Every time someone says, you know, an alpha, I'm always like, describe what that means to you. Because there's a lot of positive traits that people associate with alpha, you know, being a leader, being confident, being ambitious. But there's this thin line, man, where it can get weird and toxic when you got little boys trying to figure out who they are and they hear women like her and weird men talking about, hey, a real man has to be like this, an alpha has to do this, he has to act a certain way. Buy my course and I'll teach you how. I'll teach you how to be an alpha, how to get a high value woman, you know what I'm saying? How to attract a 10 and be a high value man. And it's messed up and it's easy to get sucked into it because there's nuggets of truth and a self-development and there's some good there, but it's mixed up with weirdness, hatred, obnoxiousness. And here's the thing, the whole alpha male wolf thing has been proven to be a myth. We now know that wolf packs are family units. It's about community and everybody playing a role. The term alpha came from us studying wolves in captivity, wolves that were traumatized and frightened, and they developed an unnatural hierarchy that's aggressive and strict, with an alpha or a boss that has to fight for his position at the top. In their natural state, in the wild, it's about family and community and working together, going hard as a unit. Okay, it's not about dominance. So anyway, she wants an alpha. That's who she wants. Who have they matched her up with, huh? Bailey. My man Bailey. He's 36, he works as a sales manager, he's a tall brand, and he's proud of it. He's like, I be putting that on dating profiles all the time. I'm like, yo, I'm 6'4", baby. He's an extrovert, he's ambitious, he owns a microbrewery. He's like, yo, I'm the Richard Branson of writing, baby, you feel me? He's got a kid from a previous relationship, and he's like, yo, I love being a dad. He's all about family, and he's like, I didn't want to split up with my baby moms. We just came to that harsh reality that we'd be happier apart. And yo, it be like that sometimes. Alright, so it's the wedding day, baby. The family and friends, they're all there. Everybody's looking fresh. Bailey rocks up, big smiles. She's like, hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Rebecca's peoples are feeling him, yo. Our mom hits him with one of these. Ooh. Becca's friend is looking at him like, okay. I say, Becca rocks up, beautiful dress, gorgeous, dripping, smiling, dope energy. He turns around, he's like, alright. They hug, you know, they do the air kiss thingy, which I've always found weird, bro. Like we're hugging, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, mwah, mwah, over here in the air. Like, bro, kiss my cheeks. I want to feel lips on cheek. I want to feel lips on flesh. She's like, hey, I'm Rebecca. He's like, I'm Bailey. He's like, yo, she's stunning. You know what I'm saying? She's right up my street. And he tells her like, yo, you look lovely. He can't stop smiling, man. He's like a kid in a candy store. But body language, Becca's a little bit more reserved. I don't know, man. Maybe she's getting the ick because he seems happy and smiley. And I don't know. Her version of alpha is not allowed to smile, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, alphas are supposed to be mysterious and intense. It doesn't matter if it's their wedding day. She asks him, like, yo, how tall are you? Which is a weird question to ask. Like, it's a weird question to ask someone in real life. Because he's standing right in front of you. You got heels on, and he's taller than you by quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? It can come up later, organically. But asking that is like seeing a big dude or a big chick and being like, hey, how much do you weigh? Like, why do you want to know the numbers? Like, look, it makes sense if you met on a dating app, you know what I'm saying? And he went, look, I'm 6 foot. And then when you meet in person, he's a short king. So you're like, hey, big man, for real, how tall are you? So anyways, Bailey's like, he's 6'4". She's like, 6'4"? Wow. She repeats it back to him like, 6'4"? She's like, nah, no way he's 6'4". And again, it doesn't matter, but it is weird if he's lying, right? She's like, I place him at like 6'1". She's like, alarm bells are going off. Homeboy's not my type. He reads his vows, you know, they're cute. There are a few jokes in there, you know, good vibes. She reads her vows. And, you know, he gets a little emotional. He's choking up a bit, you know. And she looks disappointed. And she's like, he's not an alpha, because alphas, real men, they don't get emotional, man. It doesn't matter if it's their wedding day and, they're over the moon. Nah, alphas are not about that touchy-feely stuff, you feel me? They do up the rings, and it's now the you may now kiss the bride moment. And my man fumbles, because he's just like awkwardly shifting around and, looking around. And I'm thinking, kiss her, kiss the girl. I'm turning to Sebastian from Little Mermaid. La, 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 la. You got to kiss the girl. They stand there awkwardly for a minute, and then she's like, kiss me on the cheek. Bro, listen. I know she's obsessed with getting an alpha dude, but I feel like she would make an amazing dominant boss chick. Because she looked this man in the eye and said, kiss me on the cheek. And I felt that. I almost jumped through the screen and kissed her on the cheek myself. Alright, so it's official. They're married, baby, and they look good together. Fine couple. Alright, let's go back and check in on our friendly neighborhood lesbians, Leah and Leigh. They're sitting on a table, and you could cut the tension with a spoon. A spoon. Leah's looking intense, man, drinking her drink. It's the most intense I've seen anyone look while sipping through a straw. I feel like you can't be doing up a straw during an intense moment. Like, you need a hard spirit on the rocks or something, you know what I'm saying? So Lee's like, look, I know we've had our ups and downs, and I've realized that maybe you're right. Maybe there's an element of me that's been distant with you. No, really? You think there's an element of you being distant? She's like, yo, it's because of things I've been through in the past. And while being single, I may have built up a wall. It's like I've turned off this switch in me and I can't switch it back on. She low-key sounds genuine, man. What she's saying kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? How are we feeling? Do we believe her? You know what I'm saying? Because it does make sense. She goes on to say, I am attracted to you in a lot of ways. Leah's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? She's smiling. She's been so starved of attention and affection in this process that giving her just a little crumb is like, yes. The food arrives. Leigh gets some grub on her fork. And she's like, holds it up. Leah tries to get the fork. Lee's like, nah, I'm trying to feed you. I'm trying to be romantic. You ask for effort. I'm giving effort. Okay. Do your thing. All right. Now we check in on Divarni and Julia Ruth. They're waking up in bed, you know what I'm saying, all snuggled up. Divarni's like, I'm so lucky, man. She's beautiful. Julia Ruth isn't on the same vibe, though. See, on their wedding day, they were making out like teenagers. I was convinced they'd get to the hotel room and smash. I thought they ain't even gonna make it to the hotel room, you feel me? But now she's like, I'm not feeling it. She's like, usually I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very open individual, but I'm just not feeling it. Bro, I am not strong enough. I am not strong enough to be in that position. If we're lying in bed, you know what I'm saying? My things are pressed up against your case and you're telling me, usually I'm a freak, okay? They be calling me the soul snatcher because I got that good. I got dudes tattooing my name on their body because the kitty insane. But unfortunately for you, big man, I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what it is about you specifically, but I'm just not feeling it. They read their little letter thing, and it's telling them that their honeymoon is in Morocco. Hey, big up my Moroccans. Bruh. All right, cool. So they're in Morocco, honeymooning it up, you know what I'm saying? He like picks her up and carries her over the threshold. It's dope. It's a beautiful location, man. Maybe being in Morocco, you know what I'm saying? New setting, new vibes. Maybe that will spark that romantic connection. Maybe? Nah? Okay. Guess not. Alright, my girl said, the lack of physical desire bothers me. That's what she said. That's not me saying. She said, look, the lack of physical desire is bothering me. Bro, imagine someone feeling bad that they're not into me. Like they want to want me. They want nothing more. They'd like nothing more than to be into me. Like they want to. They want nothing more than to be overcome with desire. They want nothing more than to get weak at the knees when they see me. They are in the other bathroom hooking themselves up, wishing it was me that they were throwing that thing on. They want to want me, but they just don't. That would break me. Do you understand? Listen, that would destroy me. Like, I want to want you. And it's crazy because she's trying to work it out. Like, what is it about him that's making me not want him? Like, well, surely it can't just be the height thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be that repelled by short kings that you're just like, nah. And yo, she reckons it's because he's low energy. She's like, he is super negative. To be fair, I don't know if he's negative or not, right? I don't know that. I don't know this man. But, right, when they're in the crib, he's like, look, I want to design a house that would look exactly like this, but it would have pillars as well, because I love pillars. Now, on the surface, lovely thing to say. But the way he says it, like serious expression on his face, intense energy, like, yeah, I want to design a house like, bro. Like, if you watch that bit on mute, you'd think they're beefing. I don't know, fam. Maybe he is low energy. So later on, Julia Ruth and Divarni are sitting by the swimming pool, man. They got their legs in the water. Divarni's shirtless. Julia Ruth is rocking this cute white bikini thing. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, what was going through your head when you turned around and saw me? He's like, yo, when I turned around and I saw you walking up with that beautiful smile, I was so happy, man. I was nervous, but you know, I was happy. Because you are absolutely beautiful. She's like, that's nice. She says that, like, while her hands are, like, you know, splashing the water around, like, you know, exactly like that. Her hands just doing that. And she's like, that's nice. Yo, if she hit me with that body language, I would change the subject with a quickness. But this man, Divarni, can't see the signs. So she's like, look, I was flooded with so many different emotions. Excited, nervous. It was a lot to take in. You were confident and calm while I was nervous. So that was cool. I like the fact that we have a lot in common. Look at this man's face, bro. He's smiling. He's listening to what she's saying. And he's like, yeah, she likes me. It's all good. But the way she's speaking, you can tell there's a butt coming. And it's a huge butt, okay? It's like the BFG's girlfriend, but after she got a BBL huge. It's like some Mix-a-Lot level big butt coming. Like, you can feel it. Well, clearly he can't, because he's just like, yeah. And then she hits him with it. She's like, but I think it's fair to say there was an expectation when it came to height. She's like, in the past, I have dated taller guys. That's all I've dated. Ooh. She's like, at this point, my man just feels like a nice friend. There's no attraction. There's no romantic connection. Bro, friend zoning your husband is savage, dirty work, bro. Like, what do you mean? Yo, they're just sitting there in silence, okay? She said what she said, and they're just letting it hang in the air. They're just sitting in the awkwardness. His face is all scrunched up, man. He's trying to process the information, trying to process the hurt. And on his one-on-one, he's like, yeah, that hurt. I'm like, yeah, of course it hurt. I feel you, bro. He looks away from the camera, man. He can't hide the pain in his eyes. He doesn't want his eyes to betray him. It's like, oh, man. Oh, God. We stay in this moment for what seems like an eternity, bro. We are seeing this man's heart break in real time in 4K. Because he can't change that. His height is his height, okay? He can get bigger, he can change his hair, he can switch up his drip, but his height is his height. Now, I'm super lucky because I'm like average height, man. I have friends who are short kings. I have friends who are giants, you know what I'm saying? And I know for a lot of women, being tall is attractive, but I've never experienced rejection because of my height. I've never liked someone like, yo, she's the one I'm feeling, and she's the one I'm going to bring home to my mama. And then she looks at me and goes, nah, you need to be 6'4", big man. I'm not feeling you. I've never had that. Thank God. Thank Zeus. Thank the universe. All right, speaking of 6'4", we are back with Bailey and Bex, man. And they're having their wedding photos taken. Oh, look, it's a guy photographer this time. Hey, what happened to homegirl that usually takes the photos? Yo, forget the brides. I'm like, match me up with her. Hey, yo. Bailey still on smiles, bro. He's feeling her. He's like, yo, we look good together. And yo, facts, they look amazing. He asks her like, yo, what's your type usually? She's like, I'm attracted to real masculine energy. He's like, sweet, that's me. She's like, what are you like with your mates? Yo, Bailey, come in. Bailey, listen, it's a trap, bro. It's a trick question, bro. She's asking what you're like with your friends because she's trying to see if you're the alpha. Yeah, I know it's stupid, I know. Most guy friend groups don't really have a hierarchy like that. Like there's no leader or alpha. You might have different personality types and stuff, but she believes there's a clear leader, like an alpha, and she's trying to figure out if you're that guy. Bailey's like, I'm the loud one, super extroverted. Nice. Good answer. He's like, what about you? She's like, I'd say I'm the leader of the girls. Okay, now, I'm not a girl, so I can't speak on girlfriend groups, but I thought the closest thing y'all have to a leader is like the mother of the group. The one who's got the good advice, the one who's usually the designated driver. I didn't know y'all had leaders like that. She's like, what about you? Are you the leader of the boys? He's like, yeah, I am. So we're both alphas then. She's like, I'm not getting that vibe at all. He's like, what? From me? And he says it exactly like that. Like his voice goes up. He's like, what? From me? She's like, yeah. He's like, what? I'm giving out beta vibes. She's like, the photographer's like, yo, can we get a little kiss for the camera? She's like, I really don't feel like kissing right now. Bailey's like, can I kiss on the cheek? And she just looks at him and is so uncomfortable. Now, of course, consent is super important. Like if you're a decent human being, if you're not a trash human being, you want to make sure the girl's into it. Like she's really feeling it. Like she's like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And then you get it popping. All right. But that's where the lines get blurred. Because when you start talking about alphas and stuff, an alpha would have just grabbed her and kissed her. She just melt in his arms. That's what an alpha would do, right? But he's a decent human being. So he asked her, yo, you want me to kiss you on the cheek or whatever? And then she's just looking at him, like almost daring him to kiss her, right? And they just stare at each other for a minute. It is awkward and weird. And then she's like, yeah. And they do the air kiss thing again. Oh, man. At the wedding reception, Becca's telling him that she loves the gym. It's like it's a big part of her life. And he's like, yeah, me too. I love the gym. I'm at the gym all the time. I can never go a week without going to the gym. In fact, last month I went to the gym 24 times. Hey, yo, babe, like, rein it back, bro. Later, she sits at a table with her girl and two of Bailey's homies. She's like, yo, spill the tea. I want to know more about your boy. They're like, we got you. What you want to know? She's like, is he 6'4"? His boys are like, no, 6'4"? No way. He's about 6'2" maximum. 6'2" on a good day. She's like, yeah, thought so. She's like, he told me he loves going to the gym. He says he's always at the gym. They're like, nah, bro, what gym? I swear to God, these dudes have zero bro code, bro. No loyalty. Like, what are you doing? That's your boy. She asked them, like, what's he been like in previous relationships? They're like, look, every time he dates a girl, he kind of changes himself to be more like her. Like with his last chick, he changed himself so much. Like he started dressing to match up with her dress sense. My man's on them Brad Pitt vibes. She's like, oh, I don't like that. I like a man who's set in his ways. This is probably the first time I've heard someone use the phrase set in his ways as a positive. But yo, she wants an alpha. She wants someone who's like, I'm not doing up no matching outfits. So what if it's Halloween? I'm not doing up no cute couple costumes. I'm rocking up in my white tee and jeans. I'm going to do me. What? Alpha, baby. That's what she wants. All right, she gets back to the table with Bailey. She tells him what his friend said. I heard you changed to fit in with the person you were dating. And he's like, I don't see it as changing. I see it as growing with someone. Bars! Later, they're back at the hotel. She's like, all right, we need to talk about sleeping arrangements. She's like, I think you should sleep on the couch. Is that okay with you? He's like, yeah, fine. She's like, good. Again, she says she wants an alpha, but I think she's missing out on her calling on being like the dominant one in the relationship. Because that was low-key hot. I ain't gonna hold you, man. The way she dropped that, good. Good. That was low-key. Obviously, the situation sucks. But if she could use her powers for good, that would be banging, right? Like, yo, you gonna eat your vegetables? And you're like, yeah, good. Hey, you gonna come to bed and blow my back out? Yeah, I'll be there in a minute, yeah. Good. The next morning, Divarni and Julia Ruth are in bed, and it's intense. My man's still hurting over what she said, but he's trying to shake it off, man. He's thinking maybe if they do up an activity together, it'll get him back on the right track. They got their aprons on, they're doing up Moroccan food, but Julia Ruth is not having a good time. And yo, let's not judge her too harshly, because there's nothing wrong with the activity itself. It's the vibe that's off. Divarni's still clearly hurt. You know what I'm saying? So he's not busting jokes. He's not trying to make it seem fun. The mood is just heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you just had a big fight with someone and now you're sitting silently at dinner with them. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones. Even if the food is like Michelin star banging, it would still just be an awkward mood. The next day, they decide to do something that's actually fun. And Julia Ruth is in good spirits, man. She's like, hey, this is going to be fun. They're going camel riding through the desert. It is beautiful. But just like the desert, the conversation is dry. They ride in silence for a bit. And then Divarni starts talking about how he grew up. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about how he always had to keep the peace growing up. He's always left alone. And it's his biggest fear that he'll end up alone. And my man's just trauma dumping, hitting her with deep conversations, one after the other. Just bang, 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 bang. When they get back, she tells him, like, look, I love that you feel comfortable opening up to me. I love that. But there's a time and a place. You are being hella negative. And I don't want to jump in bed with you after you've just trauma dumped and just told me all this traumatic, deep stuff. Like, I don't want to bang you after you've just been hella negative. She's like, I don't want to hook up with you when you're being so intense. She's like, tonight we should sleep in separate rooms. Whew. Okay. That was the episode. If you liked it, please give the video a like. I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'll be back with the next joint. Until then, you take care of yourself, fam, because I love you.